This time we're going to have the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. If you were with us the other night, you learned that the storm destroyed our flagpole, and our flag, actually the flag is wrapped up in the tree behind the scoreboard. You can't see it. So we brought one of our own American flags out there. Hannah Southerly, one of our interns, is going to man the flag, and at this time, George Hoffman will do the honors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, that was George Hoffman, who never ever gets old.
The 2023 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Tonight, Game 3 of the first round, the VBL quarterfinals, with the Woodstock River Bandits and the Strasburg Express. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutshaw. Glad to be with you back here tonight for the rubber match. One of these two teams will move on to the next round, and the other will go home after a very successful 2023 season. Isaac Fix is on the mound tonight for the Express. Isaac is a 6'1 lefty out of Davidson College from Vinton, Virginia. And he will get the start here tonight against the Woodstock River Bandits. Lineup tonight for Woodstock. Leading off and playing left field, it's Max Galvin. Batting second, the shortstop, Preston Joy. Batting third and playing center field, Tomas Sanchez. Batting fourth, returning to the lineup after his suspension last night, Hunter Smith, the third baseman. Batting fifth, Ryan Wilson, the first baseman. Gavin Horning, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Returning to the lineup, still battling an injury, the designated hitter R.J. Stenson. Batting eighth, Caleb Sturdivant, the second baseman. And batting ninth and doing the catching tonight for the Woodstock River Bandits is Brady Whitaker. Strasburg on the road last night defeated the River Bandits 7-3 to force this Game 3 tonight.
Number 15, Max Galvin.
So winner take all here as we get ready to get started on a hot day in Strasburg, but not as hot as the last 2 days. First pitch of the game is inside and low for a ball at 6:01. And we are underway from First Bank Park. Max Galvin, the batter. And Galvin takes a strike. Count is 1-1. Max Galvin out of Oklahoma State University, 6'2 lefty from Bradenton Beach, Florida. Facing the lefty Isaac Fix here. 1-1, the pitch. And a ground ball up the middle off of Fix. Fix will field, throw to first in time. And that's one way to start it here tonight as Fix takes the line drive off of his body, throws it to first, and gets Galvin for the first out here in the ball game. One up, one down. Here's Preston Joy, the shortstop.
Brings up the shortstop from Valdosta State University, number 10, Preston Joy.
Joy out of Valdosta State from Valdosta, Georgia. 5'11 righty, 180 pounds. Coming into this game here tonight in the postseason. Preston Joy batting a .182. He takes for a strike, and it's 0-1. Regular season numbers for Isaac Fix here this summer. He went 1-0 with a 4.05 ERA. 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, stopped by the pitcher's glove. Fix, he will toss it to first in time. And another 1-3 put out. Isaac Fix out there fielding his position, and there are 2 outs in the first.
Now batting the center fielder from Texas Wesleyan University, number 7, Tomas Sanchez.
It'll bring the dangerous Tomas Sanchez to the plate. Sanchez out of Texas Wesleyan University from DeWitt, Virginia. 6'2", righty, 210. Sanchez made one of the most incredible throws you will ever see last night as the pitch is swung on and fouled back. Castillo was at first last night, and O'Shaughnessy blooped one into center, or hit it well into center. Sanchez came up firing, and the third baseman had his glove down on the ground, right where the tag would be. The throw hit the glove perfectly, and Castillo slid right into the glove at third base. Just an unbelievable throw. 0-1. Sanchez takes up high. Defense tonight for the Express. In left field, it is Castillo. Center, it's Woody. And Hodges is in right. Smith at third. LaSala at short. That misses. Parker at second. Ingram at first. And Logan Vaughn, one of last night's heroes for the Express, is doing the catching. 2-1 to Sanchez. The pitch. Sanchez, a nubber off the mound is Fix. He will throw to first, and how about that? 3-1-3 putouts to start the ball game here tonight. Isaac Fix doing it all. 1-2-3, go the River Bandits. We go to the bottom of the first. Jarrett Bond is on the mound for the River Bandits. We'll tell you about him right after this. Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the first. Jarrett Bond is on the mound tonight. Bond out of Nova Southeastern University from Miami, Florida. And he will get the start tonight.
Leading off the Express from Georgia Mason University, number 19, Reese Woody.
For the River Bandits. Reese Woody will lead it off for Strasburg. Woody, the center fielder, had himself a good night last night. He's out of George Mason University from St. Augustine, Florida. Woody comes in batting .556 in the playoffs, and the first pitch from Bond is a called strike, 0-1. Numbers on the summer for Jarrett Bond. He was 1-1 in 9 games with a 7.66 ERA. He started 5, and that is popped up foul. He threw 27 innings, 24 strikeouts, 16 walks, and he allowed 26 hits. So he gets the start tonight for the River Bandits. This is his first appearance in the postseason. Woody 5 for 9 with an RBI. Quickly 0-2. And he fouls it away again. Strasburg won that back and forth game last night 7-3. Really fell apart for Woodstock in the 9th as they brought their closer into the game, Bear Bowers, and it didn't go well. He got hit around a little bit. Tonight's keys to the game first for the homestanding Strasburg Express. First off, carry over from last night's game. You know, they want to come in here and play well and keep hitting the baseball. They need to throw strikes and limit errors, which we saw Isaac Fix do a good job of throwing strikes and making plays. And finally, they need to start strong and limit an early deficit. Strasburg has fallen behind a lot early this summer. They need to try to avoid that tonight. Pitch is down low to Reese Woody. It is 1-2. Woody batting from the left side here against the righty Jarrett Bond. No score, bottom of the first, nobody out. 1-2. And Woody fouls it away towards the parking lot. It's still 1-2. Defense tonight for the River Bandits. In the left, it's Galvin, Sanchez in center, and Horning is in right. Smith at third, Joy at short, Sturdivant at second, Wilson at first, and Whitaker doing the catching. Swing and a miss, and Woody down on strikes, and that's the first out here in the first. It'll bring Mitchell Smith to the plate. Smith had himself a heck of a night last night out of the 2 spot for the Express. Some big hits, some extra base hits, and he'll try to carry that over here tonight. Comes in to the game batting .333. He's 3 for 9 with an RBI. That is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Smith out of the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. 0-1. And fouled away. And it is quickly 0-2, so Bond getting ahead of guys, throwing strikes early. 8 pitches, 7 strikes. 2 games tonight in the Valley League. The other game slated for 7 o'clock. Front Royal and Charlottesville. That's also their rubber match. Winner moves on to the next round. That game is in Charlottesville. The 2-seeded Tom Sox look to or 1-seeded Tom Sox look to avoid upset, as that is a blooper in the left field, and Mitch Smith picks up the first hit of the night here in this ball game as he drops it into left in front of Galvin, and Strasburg has a base runner.
Now batting the catcher from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, number 20, Logan Vaughn.
Another big cog in last night's win for the Express, the catcher Logan Vaughn. Vaughn with a couple of huge hits. He had the go-ahead base hit late in the game and then hit a double down the right field line. First pitch to Vaughn, and that's up high, 1-0. One and 0 to Vaughn. Set, and the pitch. And that is fouled away, out of play. And again, towards the parking lot. And
if your auto insurance was
nights where there's a lot of fans here at the ballpark, there's a lot of cars out there to possibly get damaged. So fortunately, no damage there. The count is 1-1. Vaughn comes in to the game 4 for 10 here in the playoffs, and he grounds one to second. This should be 2. Going to second for 1, back to first, and it is a double play. 4-6-3 twin killing. It goes Sturdivant, Joy, and Wilson, and the half inning is over. Strasburg with a base hit, but he's erased on the double play. We go to the second. We're scoreless.
Wharton County Junior College, number 8, Hunter Smith.
We go to the top of the second inning. 4, 5, 6. Smith, Wilson, and Horning due up for the Woodstock River Bandits. Scoreless first inning. Strasburg with a hit by Smith, but then a double play by Vaughn. Hunter Smith makes his return to the lineup. Again, he was kicked out of the game here the other night by the first base umpire. I should say ejected out of the game. And then he had to sit last night's game out. So he's back in tonight, hacking away on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Smith 0 for 2 so far in the postseason. Game 1 performance. He swings and misses at a changeup, and it's 0-2. Hunter Smith out of Wharton County Junior College from Spring, Texas. Fix well ahead, 0-2. The pitch. And a line drive to left. That is going to be caught. A leaping catch out there and left by Castillo. He makes an unbelievable play out there. He had overrun the baseball, and it just took off on him, but he leaped and made the catch, and that is the first out here in the second inning. That's just an unbelievable play.
Georgia College, number 36, Brian Wilson.
It looked like he had no chance on it because it just kept on riding. But a great job there from Castillo to get there and rob Hunter Smith of possible extra bases. One out here in the second. Here's Ryan Wilson. Wilson takes a strike, and it's 0-1. 4 up, 4 down. Wilson 3 for 10 in the postseason with an RBI. That was last night as Fix misses down and in, 1-1. These guys make some of these plays look so easy. They're not. 1-1. And Fix finds the strike zone. It's 1-2. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight here. Game 3 of the first round, the quarterfinals, Woodstock and Strasburg. If you're watching over on Facebook or YouTube, listening on Stretch Internet, 1-2, breaking ball. He was out in front and fouls it out of play. Still 1-2. 31 watching on Facebook and about 55 on YouTube. Again, you can watch the game on your smart TV if you want. Pull up the YouTube app and search up Strasburg Express. Home plate umpire almost tripped coming out of behind the home plate. It's a little bit of a hole there, looks like. Maybe it's just the dirt kind of moved around the wrong way. Ball and 2 strikes to Wilson, kicking the pitch. Fastball just missing, 2-2. Pretty good pitch there from Fix, but couldn't find the strike zone. So the count evens up at 2. The righty Wilson awaits the pitch, breaking ball, and he fouled it off. He was tardy on that one. Still 2-2. Again, Winchester, the winner of the series between the Royals and Culpeper, and then Harrisonburg, the winner of the Harrisonburg-Covington series. They're both idle tonight, 2-2. Breaking ball hit high into the air to left field, way back, and that ball is gone. A deep home run for Ryan Wilson, and he gets the River Bandits on the board here in the second inning. Breaking ball, and he stayed on it and hit it into the trees, and it's 1-0 Woodstock here in the second inning.
Now batting the right fielder from Shenandoah University, number 30, Gavin Horning.
Big swing there from Wilson to get the Bandits on the board first. First base runner of the night for Woodstock. Here is Gavin Horning, recent arrival out of Shenandoah University. First pitch, Fix overthrows it way outside, 1-0. Horning, 6'2" righty from Shenandoah, one of the better players on that Shenandoah team. 1-0, and a ground ball up the middle. LaSala going to wait on the hop. He's going to have to throw it deep in the hole, makes the play, and there are 2 outs here in the second. Horning hit it hard, but LaSala, solid defensive player out there, makes the play. And here's R.J. Stenson making his first plate appearance in many days. He's banged up. I think he missed the last game of the regular season, and then he hadn't played in this series until tonight. He's DHing. He takes way up high. He's one of the better players on this Woodstock team, if not the best player. Stenson out of William Carey University from Marion, Arkansas. 1-0. And he takes changeup down in the dirt, 2-0. RJ led this Woodstock team in the regular season in batting average, 2-0. And he takes at the knees for a strike, 2-1. RJ Stenson batting here against Fix. Isaac drops a breaking ball in there, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second inning. And Stenson fouls it off. Keys to the game tonight for the River Bandits. First off, regain series momentum. Dominant first inning in game 1, but after that, kind of been a little bit slow. Second, they just need to replicate their game 1 performance. They need to play solid defense. They need to throw strikes and hit the baseball. And as what they just did here with Ryan Wilson, take advantage of the small ballpark, and we saw him hit that home run there. Stenson hits one out of play to the right side, and it's still 2-2. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, down the lines 300 feet, straightaway center 365. Fix looking in for his signs. Vaughn lays him down, 2-2, fastball outside, and the count fills up at 3-2. 29 pitches for Fix through an inning and 2/3, 20 strikes, 9 balls. This will be number 30. Breaking ball swing in a miss. He struck him out, and RJ Stenson goes down swinging for the first strikeout of the night for Isaac Fix. But Woodstock does score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. They leave nobody. We go to the bottom of the second. River Bandits lead the Express 1-0. Victor Castillo leads it off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Strasburg playing from behind as they will look to get back even or go ahead here in the inning. Victor Castillo leads it off. Castillo hit a home run to center field last night at Woodstock to get the Express on the board when they were down 1-0. The pitch. Vic takes low, 1-0. Castillo out of the University of New Orleans from Tallahassee, Florida. Left-handed batter facing the righty, Jarrett Bond, the 1-0. Fastball in there, 1-1. Castillo's numbers here in the postseason. He is batting .286 with that home run and 1 RBI. He also has 2 walks, and he takes low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Castillo has peppered plenty of home runs this summer, especially to right field. 2-1. And he hits it in the air to left center. Moving to his right is Sanchez. Towards the gap, he makes the catch. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting the DH from Davidson College, number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
So a fly out to start the bottom of the inning. Here's Michael O'Shaughnessy, the DH. O'Shaughnessy out of Davidson College. Out of Del Mar, New York. O'Shaughnessy here in the postseason batting .333. He's 3 for 9 with a couple of runs scored, an RBI, and a walk. Another guy that has pretty solid power. And he takes a fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Woodstock, the 5 seed. Strasburg, the 4 seed here in round 1 of the Valley League playoffs. Bond from the windup, the 0-1. That is up and in, 1-1. Bond hasn't thrown in about 6 days. His last outing was against Charlottesville on the 24th. That is inside, and he got roughed up. 2 innings, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 3 hits, and 4 walks. He did have a couple of strikeouts. But so far here tonight, Bond throwing strikes and looking pretty good out there on the mound for Woodstock. And O'Shaughnessy skies one to right field. Wilson, the first baseman, goal all the way out to right. Now he's being called off by the right fielder, Horning, who makes the catch. And that is out number 2. He came in at the last second to put the glove up. That was almost trouble for the River Bandits.
Right fielder from Bethlehem College, number 30, Jason Hodges.
First baseman Wilson was going all the way out to right field, along with Sturdivant, the second baseman. Horning was coming in. He had a long ways to go to get that ball, but he put the glove up at the last second to make the catch. And there are 2 outs in the bottom of the second. It'll bring Jason Hodges up. Hodges, the right fielder, takes off the plate, 1-0. Hodges out of Bethune-Cookman College, St. John, Indiana, 1-0. And he hammers one down the third baseline. It's a fair ball, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. It bangs off the 300 sign. Hodges into second with a 2-out double, the second hit of the night for the Express. That had some serious exit velocity on it.
The first baseman from University of Alabama, Birmingham, number 22, Chase Ingram.
Here's Chase Ingram. He picked up the win last night on the mound for the Express. In relief, he went 4 innings. Came in after Nick Lachey threw the first 3. He will bat here with a man on second, the tying run, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Ingram hitless so far in the postseason, 0 for 4. Long hold by Bond. He deals, and that's fouled off the fist, 0-1. Ingram out of UAB, the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Pleasant Hill, California, where he resides. Won the count. Hodges at second. And Ingram laid on it, fouls it off. It's into the dugout, and Chase is behind 0-2. This will be the 25th pitch of the night for Jarrett Bond through an inning and 2/3. Looking to strand the double at second base. 0-2. Inside, and that hit him. And Ingram is hit by a pitch and an 0-2 count. Not what you want to do if you're Woodstock right there.
From the University of Pittsburgh, number 12, Anthony LaSala.
So a 2-out, 2-strike hit by pitch on Ingram. And that'll bring LaSala to the plate. LaSala was the one that got hit in the 9th inning last night to lead off the inning against Bear Bowers. That led to Strasburg scoring some insurance runs to go on and win that game with a little bit more room, 7-3. LaSala pops one up down the left field line. This is trouble, and it's going to drop. It's going to tie the game. Chase Ingram on his way to third. It's going to be a double for Anthony LaSala. And this game is tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. He got jammed but dropped it in perfectly down the left field line to tie this thing up. Third hit of the night for Strasburg. Hodges comes in to score.
Second baseman from Georgia Southern University, number 5, Cade Parker.
And great base running from Chase Ingram, and it was heads up because the third baseman Smith had to go chase that ball. No one was covering the third base bag, and that allowed Ingram to take third base. LaSala with the RBI double. Here's Cade Parker, the second baseman, men on second and third, and 2 outs here in the second. And Parker fouls it back. Now you just look back on that hit by pitch, 0-2 count, and LaSala able to come up big following the hit by pitch with the bloop double down the left field line. For Anthony, his second hit and 8 tries here in the playoffs. That's his first RBI of the postseason. 0-1 the count. And breaking ball popped out of the hand, a little bit odd there for Bond, 1-1. Cade Parker hitless here in the postseason. He's 0 for 8. Does have a couple of RBIs and a walk to his ledger. So he might be due. And he takes a breaking ball down and in, 2-1. Parker, the 9-hitter, top of the lineup, is next, and Reese Woody. Two balls, 1 strike. Parker, tardy on a fastball, 2-2. Cuts right through it. Pitch looked like it was up and out of the zone, but Bond able to induce the swing. All right, big spot here for both teams. Strasburg trying to get a couple more runs in. Woodstock's trying to strand them. 2-2 to Parker, the pitch. And Cade takes just outside. Very close pitch, 3-2. Catcher had to reach his glove out a little bit, and that might have made it clear to the umpire. Full count, 3-2. Cade out of Georgia Southern trying to come up big here in the second. Bond deals. And strike 3 called. And that is out number 3 here in the bottom of the second. Strasburg scores 1 run to tie it, and they have 3 hits on the evening. We go to the third, 1-1 the score. Caleb Sturdivant leads it off for the River Bandits as we go to the third inning. 1-1 the score. Sturdivant, Whitaker, and Galvin. 8-9-1 in the Woodstock lineup. Fix delivers, and the first pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1. Caleb Sturdivant, the second baseman tonight for the River Bandits. Still no Joe Jakonski. So Jakonski still dealing with an injury. But the Bandits did get Stinson and Smith back tonight. Sturdivant out of the University of Pittsburgh from Stevens, Pennsylvania. 5'10", ready, 195. 0-1 the count. And he takes for a strike, and it's 0-2. 1 hit so far for the Bandits. That was a solo home run to left field by Ryan Wilson. Strasburg tying it in the bottom of the second inning. Quickly 0-2 to Sturdivant, and he grounds one down the third baseline, but it's foul, left of the bag, and we'll do it again at 0-2. 0-2. Sturdivant is 2 for 6 in the postseason with a walk. He's been hit twice. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Isaac Fix picks up the strikeout to start the top of the third. Back-to-back Ks for him dating back to last half inning.
Coming to inflate the catcher from Radford University, number 18, Brady Whitaker.
Brady Whitaker, the catcher out of Radford, will bat. Whitaker out of Ridgely, West Virginia, 5'8", righty, 180. He's had a good last couple of weeks here for the Bandits. He was a member of last year's team, I recall. And he's had a good summer as he grounds one to third. Waiting back is Smith. Now he comes forward. He throws off balance to first just in time. Good hustle, especially for a catcher, as Whitaker Whitaker is out number 2 as the throw just beat him. Smith kind of waited back and then he brought everything forward and made the play. So 2 up, 2 down in the third. And back to the top of the lineup, it's Max Galvin, the left fielder. Galvin takes inside. Max grounded it back to the pitcher in the first inning. Him, Joy, and Sanchez all did it consecutively. 1-3 putouts. Swing and a miss. Galvin's head flew out on that one on a breaking ball, 1-1. Strasburg will have 1-2-3 top of the lineup in the bottom of the third. 1-1. That is called strike, bottom of the zone, 1-2. Fix working fast, shakes off a couple of signs, finds one he likes. Arms over his head, the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Parker plays it on a hop, throws to first in time, and a 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Fix, as the River Bandits can't get anything going in the top of the third. We go to the last of the third. Woody, Smith, and Vaughn due up for the Strasburg Express. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the third here in the rubber match of this quarterfinal series. Woodstock and Strasburg, county rivals, and much more than just the Valley League. But they meet here in Game 3 tonight in Strasburg. Reese Woody, the center fielder, leads it off for Strasburg. He led off the ball game for the Express, struck out swinging against Jared Bond. I should say led off the home half of the ball game. Woody pops it up in the left. Coming in is Galvin and makes the catch. He almost kind of leaped in the air, but he made the catch. Some fly balls look to be an adventure so far this evening. 1 up, 1 down.
Number 25, Mitchell Smith.
So Galvin, the first out, as Joy was backing out there, but Galvin made the catch. All right, here's Smith. Mitch with a base hit to left his only time up, and then he was erased on the double play by Logan Vaughn. Smith pops it up foul. He is uber aggressive.
Please return all. Thank you.
Smith has been swinging it well here as of late. Smith hit one last night that would have left by a mile here. 0-1. That's up high, 1-1. One to Smith. He's a guy that if he can elevate it, he can drive it. And he gets a breaking ball and takes it for a strike, 1-2. Bond looking for his own 1-2-3 inning to try to keep this thing tied. Top of the lineup trying to say something different for Strasburg. Smith takes off the plate, 2-2. Strasburg 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Woodstock 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. Bond deals outside, and the count fills up at 3-2. 38 pitches through in 2 innings, 2 1/3 innings pitched so far for Bond. 3-2, and he overthrew it outside, ball 4, and a 1-out walk from Bond as Mitch Smith gets on base for the second time tonight. And here's Vaughn. Vaughn hit into a double play back in the first. Hit it to Sturdivant, who started the 4-6-3 twin killing. Vaughn hit one last night down the right field line in Woodstock that would have went deep into the cornfields here in Strasburg. Big jump from Smith, then he goes back, and the pitch misses 1-0. Looked like Smith was going to go. Mitch did have a delayed steal last night late in that game. He got the second base on. And I think that kind of screwed with the umpire there because the catcher jumped up out of the crouch, and that might have hurt Woodstock not getting a strike called there. 1-0 to Vaughn. And Logan hits it in the air to center. Very high in the air. Sanchez looks up in the bright sun. He makes the catch, and there are 2 outs here in the third. 2 outs for Victor Castillo.
Fielder number 1, Victor Castillo.
Castillo hit one into center his only time up. Pitch. That is in there for a strike as the catcher Whitaker dropped the ball. Speaking of the catcher Whitaker, I had said that he played last year for the River Bandits. I'm thinking of his brother who played here a couple of years ago. That was Zach Whitaker. 0-1. And Castillo chops it to first. Played by Wilson. Goes to the bag himself. 3 unassisted. And the half inning is over. Strasburg gets a 1-out walk, but Smith is stranded out there on base. We're through 3 and off to the 4th. 1-1 between Strasburg and Woodstock. We go to the top of the fourth. It'll be Preston Joy, Tomas Sanchez, and Hunter Smith due up. 3 right-handers against the lefty Fix. This is a big inning here in this ball game early on. First pitch to Joy is a called strike, 0-1. Preston grounded into a 1-3 putout back to the pitcher, his only time up back in the first inning. 0-1. Fastball misses, according to the home plate umpire, 1-1. Fix gets the baseball, and he's already on the rubber ready to go. Kicks and deals. Ground ball to second. Parker fields, throws, and there's 1 out here in the fourth. Joy hit it hard, but Cade Parker able to stay down on it and make the play.
Center fielder number 7, Tomas Sanchez.
1 up, 1 down for Tomas Sanchez, the center fielder. Sanchez also a 1-3 put out. He hit it back to the pitcher in the first inning. I don't know if I've ever seen that, a 1-3 and 3 consecutive batters to start or ever. Sanchez gets hit by a pitch on the first pitch from Fix. So Tomas Sanchez will take first base on the hit by pitch.
Baseman number 8, Hunter Smith.
Fix just lost control there, kind of uncorked it a bit. One here in the top of the fourth. Sanchez at first. Hunter Smith with that hard hit liner. It was an 0-2 count. Got a pitch to hit. And Castillo with a spectacular play out there to rob him, making the leaping catch. The pitch and the ground ball to short. It's going to be a tough turn. And going to first is La Sala. He probably could have gone to second there. Don't know if Parker wasn't at the bag. I think he was. They go to first and get the out. Smith is the second out in the inning as Sanchez moves up to second. So La Sala gets the throw to first in time for the second out. Let's see if that comes back to hurt Strasburg. I didn't think it was really no chance of a double play. It wasn't hit hard enough, but here's Wilson. Wilson takes off the plate, 1-0. So Sanchez able to get to second as La Sala went to first instead of going to second. 1-0. Fix looking for new signs. Now he comes set. Wilson hit a home run his only time up. He's 1 for 1 tonight. 1-0. Runner goes. The pitch swung on and missed. Throw to third, and he is safe. Base umpire calls him safe. Sanchez just in there in time. It was a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. So Tomas Sanchez up to third. Really doesn't change a whole lot going from second to third there with 2 outs, but 1-1 to Wilson. And in the dirt. I guess what it does change is if the ball gets away from the catcher. Sanchez could score from third, but if you've listened to us before, you know that there's not a lot of room here at First Bank Park behind the plate to move up, especially trying to score from third. So we'll see. Hitters count for Ryan Wilson, 2 balls and a strike. Sanchez at third here in the fourth. The pitch. That's low, 3-1. On deck, Gavin Horning, the right fielder out of Shenandoah University, just up the road in Winchester. Three-one. Got to be careful here. Swing and a miss. He goes with the changeup there. Wilson not expecting that. Out in front, and it's 3-2. '50th pitch of the night. Strike 3 called by Isaac Fix. He drops the breaking ball in there, and Wilson goes down looking, and that is the 3rd out here in the 4th inning. Well, Fix does a good job navigating through the heart of the lineup for Woodstock. Sanchez left at third. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Strasburg coming up in a 1-1 game. Michael O'Shaughnessy leads it off as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. O'Shaughnessy takes up and in 1-0. Woodstock 1, Strasburg 1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Game 3 of the VBL quarterfinals. Winner moves on, the loser goes home. 1-0 to O'Shaughnessy. Swing and a high fly to right, and that is going to drop for a base hit. O'Shaughnessy with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fourth.
That brings to the plate the right fielder, number 30, Jason Hodges.
So O'Shaughnessy with his first hit of the night as he drops it in front of Horning. Fourth hit of the night for the Express. And strike called, 0-1. The 0-1. Hodges takes in the dirt. Nice block from Whitaker. 1-1. One pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-2. O'Shaughnessy at first. Hodges with a double back in the second. He scored the only run of the game for the Express, and he fouls it back. He was on it just a little bit late. 1-2. One ball, two strikes. And that is fouled away. That pitch was up and in, and Hodges with an emergency hack, able to keep the AB alive. And we appreciate everybody spending their Sunday evening with us here on the 30th of July in 2023. Ball and two strikes again. Bond deals. And a hard grounder. Third baseman picks it up, throws to second, back to first. It's a double play. Smith able to make a great adjustment. It looked like the ball was going to get by him, and it hopped right to him. And he went around the horn for the double play. 5-4-3. Second double play of the night for the Express, and there are two outs. Looked like for sure that was going to get by him.
First baseman, number 22, Chase Ingram.
And that ball was hit hard. Just like that, there are two outs, and it'll bring Ingram up. Chase pops it up. Shallow right center. Second baseman Sturdivant makes the catch. And Woodstock puts out another fire as the half inning comes to a close. We are tied at 1 as we go to the fifth. Game 3 of the VBL quarterfinals. We're back after this. Gavin Horning leads it off for the Woodstock River Bandits, 6, 7, and 8. Horning, Stinson, and Sturdivant due up for the River Bandits. Horning 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to short. He will bat here in the 5th. First pitch is outside. Woodstock with their visiting orange jerseys on tonight. A little bit of green as well. 1-0 is fouled back and ball ricochets straight up in front of us. It's 1-1. Gray pants for the Bandits. And for the Express, white pants and their camo purple, black, and white unis. White lettering across the front. The pitch. Horning takes low, 2-1. Fix the 2-1 pitch. And Horning drives it to center field. Going back is Woody. He has room, and he makes the catch right in front of the wall. Gavin Horning sent it for a ride, but it stayed in the park. That one would have been gone at Woodstock.
Adding the DH, number 6, R.J. Stinson.
338 to center in Woodstock, 365 here. Then again, the home run that Wilson hit earlier would not have been gone in Woodstock, I don't think. One out for R.J. Stinson. Stinson takes low. It's 1-0. R.J. struck out swinging his only time up. Takes a breaking ball low. So he gets in a 2-0 count as he did in the first AB. Good hitters count. Stinson the DH tonight, and he takes for a strike, 2-1. Looking at the line score here, Strasburg 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Woodstock 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. And that is hit on a line to center. Reese Woody moves to his left and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs here in the 5th. So a couple of squared up baseballs here in the inning for the River Bandits, but nothing to show for.
6, Caleb Sturdivant.
It brings Caleb Sturdivant, the second baseman, to the box. Sturdivant struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. 0 for 1. Fastball outside, 1-0. Couple of minutes away from the second game in the Valley League being played tonight. Front Royal at Charlottesville, game 3 of their series. 1-0, and Sturdivant hits it high in the air, left field. Castillo has a beat, makes the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Fix. So Fix has worked around a little bit of base runner activity for Woodstock, but another 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 the score. Strasburg sends 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. 1-1, we go to the bottom of the fifth. Anthony LaSala leads it off, and Anthony takes a called strike. LaSala with a bloop double down the left field line back in the second to tie this game up. That's where we stand here in the bottom of the fifth. 0-1. Jarrett Bond deals, and it's fouled back. LaSala behind in the count, 0-2. On deck is Cade Parker. He struck out looking back in that second inning on a borderline pitch with men on second and third and 2 outs. It was a 3-2 count. Bond continues to work for the River Bandits here in the inning. 0-2. Breaking ball, bloop to left again, and LaSala is going to drop it in for his second hit of the night. Huge turnaround first. He will get back, and LaSala halfway to the cycle. He's got a single and a double tonight.
Second baseman, number 5, Cade Parker.
So LaSala, 2 for 2 here tonight. It is hit number 5 for the Express. Here's Cade Parker, the second baseman. One thing I forgot to note last night, Woodstock had 3 or 4 sacrifice bunts, and they executed them all perfectly. I think only one of them actually led to a run, though. Let's see if Parker bunts here. He is not showing. He takes a strike, 0-1. But that is the and one guy, I think it was Whitaker or Bicknell, he had like 2. I was like, when's the last time you saw a guy have 2 sacrifice bunts in one game? Not anymore. 0-1, throw over to first, back in safely. Still 0-1 the count. Oh, 1 to Cade Parker. Bond deals. Parker, healthy hack. Chops it into the ground, foul, 0-2. All right, let's see who all's watching on Facebook tonight. Jackie, hello to Richard and Mark, along with Gail and Kathy, Catherine, Lavon, Kathy, again, Troy, Linda, Margaret, Barbara, Bill, and Ruth. Those that have commented. 0-2 the count. Breaking ball in the dirt. Parker lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 45 tuning in at the moment over on Facebook, and 75 on, make that 78 over on YouTube. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cade Parker. Bond delivers. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called. And Parker down on strikes, looking for the second time and 2 at-bats.
Center fielder, number 19, Reese Woody.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Express, it's Reese Woody. Woody is 0 for 2 tonight. So Bond has 3 strikeouts tonight, 2 of them on Parker and 1 of them against this guy right here, Mr. Reese Woody. 3 strikeouts for Bond through 4 1/3. He has walked 1, he has hit 1, allowed 1 run on 5 hits. Throw over to first, and LaSala back in safely. Again, Woody coming in tonight in the playoffs 5 for 9, batting .555. He takes low. Whitaker has it pop out of the glove, but keeps it in front of him 1-0. Runner goes and stops, and the pitch is fouled away. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike, which also sums up our score, 1-1. That is off, 2-1. All right, I think Woody's going to get a fastball down and in here and drive it. 2-1. Fouls it back, gets the fastball, and he hit it right back up here towards us, like he was trying to send a message or something. Did get the fastball down and in, but fouled it back. 2-2 again. Runner goes. The pitch, strike 3 called, throw to second, and he is safe. Woody down on strikes for the second time tonight. So Woody and Parker account for the 4 strikeouts tonight for Bond.
Third baseman, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
Anthony LaSala is able to steal second base, however. And it brings Mitchell Smith to the plate. So runner scoring position for Strasburg here. 2 outs in the last of the 5th inning. Smith is 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a walk. And he goes after a breaking ball out of the zone. And it's 0-1. Looking ahead to the top of the 6th, Woodstock will have 9, 1, and 2. Whitaker, Galvin, and Joy due up. Count is 0-1. Smith takes just up high, 1-1. Long look in by Bond. And Smith hammers one to left. It's right to the left fielder, Galvin. He hit it well, but right at him. And that is the 3rd out here in the 5th. Strasburg gets a man on once again, a leadoff single. Can't do anything with it. They have now left 4 on through 5 innings. We go to the 6th, still tied at 1 here in Game 3 of the playoffs.
It's the catcher, number 18, Brady Whitaker.
Brady Whitaker, the 9 hitter, leads it off for Woodstock as we start to move through this game, getting to the 6th inning already. 1-1 the score. Whitaker 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to third, his only time up, and he takes a strike, 0-1. So Isaac Fix working into the 6th inning here tonight. Woodstock, some solid contact last half inning, 0-1, and a hard grounder to second. It bounces up a little bit on Parker, but he's able to stay down just enough. Grass may have helped him a little bit to slow it down. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th inning for Woodstock.
Left fielder, number 15, Max Galvin.
It brings the top of the lineup up with the dangerous Max Galvin, the left fielder. .62 pitches through 5 1/3 for Fix, as that is low, 1-0. So far from Isaac, 5 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run. The run was earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 1-0. Galvin swings and misses. He is stepping in the bucket a little bit, 1-1. Breaking ball in there, 1-2. Got Charles and Linda are watching over on YouTube. Thanks for watching, Charles and Linda. Ball and 2 strikes to Galvin, and Max swings and misses. Quick AB there for Isaac Fix as he gets the strikeout, and there are 2 outs.
Number 10, Preston Joy.
2 outs now for Preston Joy, the shortstop. Preston 0 for 2 tonight. comebacker to the mound in the first and a ground out to second in the fourth. Vick shakes off a sign. He gets one he likes and he delivers. Swing and a miss. Change up. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Joy can't lay off. Same pitch twice. Vick's already on the rubber. He's ready when the batter's in there. I mean, he's ready to go. Shakes off one again. And the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Smith fields it on one hop. He will throw to first in time. And another 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Fix as Woodstock goes down in order in the sixth. Starting to get a little bit interesting here as we get later in this game. Who's going to break the wall down and take the lead? We'll find out. 1-1 as we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. One as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning here in Strasburg. Logan Vaughn leads it off, and Vaughn takes low, 1-0. Vaughn, the catcher tonight, 0 for 2, hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the first, and flew out to Sanchez in center his last time. Bond still in the mound. Both of these starting pitchers are battling here tonight. Ground ball foul, got him in the box, 1-1. Next pitch will be number 70 for Jarrett through 5+. Pitching to a 1.80 ERA so far here tonight. And that's a breaking ball, and it's a called strike, 1-2. Vaughn doesn't say too much as he has to come back out next half inning and do the catching, so it's a pretty good looking pitch though. Kick in the delivery. And a high fly to center. Sanchez is going to get there, and he makes the catch. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the sixth.
Victor Castillo.
Here's Victor Castillo. Vic is 0 for 2 tonight with a flyout and a ground out. He does not have many hitless nights as that pitch misses, 1-0. That's all I'll say. I'll leave it at that. 1-0. Inside, he nearly was hit, but he got out of the way. 2-0. Dangerous count here, 2-0 to Castillo. And Victor takes a strike, 2-1. A little bit of stretching going on down in the River Bandits bullpen. Looks like Bear Bowers, the closer who pitched last night in the 9th inning, it didn't go too well. He looks like he might be getting a little loose down there. 2-1. Castillo fouls it back, and it's even at 2. It was a good game last night, back and forth there for the first 6-7 innings. Different kind of game here tonight, especially compared to game 1. 2-2 to the lefty, Victor Castillo. And the pitch is popped up down the third base line. Galvin in fair territory makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
Coming to the plate, the DH, number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
2 outs for Strasburg, a fly out to center and a fly out to left. Here's O'Shaughnessy, the DH. He flew out to right his first time up and then singled back in the 4th. So he dropped one in to right field in front of Horning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Had him out in front. Line scores. Strasburg 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. Woodstock 1 run on 1 hit and no errors. Oh, 1. That is low. 1-1. Front Royal and Charlottesville are underway. They're scoreless in the top of the 2nd. O'Shaughnessy takes another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Victor watching on Facebook. Emma, Steven. Two 2-1. And O'Shaughnessy hits it in the air, but he may have gotten under it. Backing the center fielder up, he makes the catch. Sanchez gets there, and 3 flyouts for the Express here in the 6th inning, and that means we will stay tied going to the 7th here tonight. 0-0 the score. We are back after this. Tomas Sanchez leads it off for Woodstock as we go to the 7th, and first pitch swinging and dropping it into left on a blue base hit over the shortstop's head, and that's the 2nd hit of the night. for the River Bandits.
Third baseman, number 8, Hunter Smith.
Sanchez got jammed and was still able to drop it in. Great effort by La Sala, but he couldn't get there. Falls. And a good start to the inning for the River Bandits, their second hit of the night. Here is Hunter Smith, the third baseman, 0 for 2 with a line out to left and a ground ball, ground out to short. Sanchez jumping off first. The pitch, he goes down and in. Throw to second by Vaughn, and he is safe. So the go-ahead run into second base, the stolen base, the count is 1-0 to Hunter Smith. So Woodstock with a great opportunity here to go ahead in the latter stages of this thing. Fix keeps an eye on him a little bit, the 1-0, and he misses 2-0. So Fix might be out of his groove a little bit after that leadoff single and then the stolen base. He's got to get refocused very quickly with the season on the line. Just a couple innings to go here in this one. 2-0 to Smith. And that misses 3-0. And now the issue is if you walk Smith, you got to think Wilson will probably come up and bunt. And we've seen just, for example, last night, Woodstock not afraid to sacrifice guys. 3-0 to Wilson, to Smith, and that's a strike. 3-1. Not a pitch that Smith could have done much with, but it was called a strike. (3-1), and that is fouled away, and just like that, the count full at 3-2. The count is 3-2. Fix delivers. Struck him out. What a pitch there. Smith couldn't lay off the breaking ball down and out of the strike zone, and that's the first out here in the 7th. Comes all the way back from down 3-0 in the count. One down for Ryan Wilson, the first baseman. Wilson, home run to left back in the 2nd, and a strikeout looking in the 4th. Go ahead run at 2nd. One out here in the 7th for the River Bandits. The pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Solid crowd here tonight as you expect. Playoff baseball and a rival in Woodstock. Not very long of a drive from Woodstock to Strasburg. 0-1. Called strike 2, 0-2. Fix way ahead, 0-2. He comes set and delivers, and that's a fastball outside, 1-2. So he went with the fastball again. This will be number 80 of the night here for Isaac. 1-2. Fastball just missing, 2-2. Not a bad pitch at all there from Isaac Fix, but home plate umpire says ball 2. Gavin Horning, the right fielder, is on deck. Sanchez at 2nd. 2-2, that one's outside, 3-2. Big pitch coming up here. Fix keeps an eye on Sanchez. Runner goes. The pitch is ball 4. Throw to third, and he is out. And Mike Bocock is livid with Tomas Sanchez. He walked him. Sanchez not a good jump at all. Bocock's walking down the third base line like he's leaving the ballpark. He can't believe it.
Right fielder number 30, Gavin Horning.
And a huge mistake there for Woodstock as Sanchez is the second out, caught stealing as Wilson drew the walk. So a huge out number 2. Here's Horning. Gavin takes low, 1-0. Wow. Great throw from Logan Vaughn, and the throw beat him by a mile, and Smith did a good job making the tag. How many times this year have we seen the ball beat him, but then the tag get all out of whack? 1-0. Horning takes for a ball, 2-0. This could be the end of the night for Fix here, trying to get him through 7, which you can't ask anything more. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's done so far tonight. 2-0. That's outside 3-0. Got to expect some bullpen action for the Express here soon. They do have some options available tonight, so we'll see what they decide to do. But first, Strasburg needs to get out of this inning. Horning way ahead, 3-0. And ball 4, and Fix loses him. And
DH number 6, R.J. Stenson.
you got to be careful here with R.J. Stenson coming up. Back-to-back walks here in the inning, as the Bandits have first and second and 2 outs. 8 straight out of the zone for Fix as they try to buy some time and get the bullpen hot. But he's still going to have to face Stenson here. RJ making his return to the lineup, dealing with a little bit of an injury. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a line out to center, but no better time for him to get off the schneid tonight than a base hit or a gapper to score a couple. And I guess this could be it for Fix after all. Don't know if they had time to get ready or if he's just going to go out and talk. Is that 2 visits right there used at once, I guess? So they're out talking to Fix, trying to get the bullpen warmed up.
He's great in the landscaping, can do just about anything you want done with dirt and greenery, whether it's digging.
We'll step away briefly. So after the meeting, Stenson will face Fix, and the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 the count to R.J. Stenson. We're tied 1-1 in the 7th. Woodstock with the go-ahead run at second. Runners at first and second. And he hits it high in the air. Sprinting in is Woody. He comes in, he makes the catch, and Isaac Fix gets through 7 innings of 1-run, 2-hit ball tonight. And this thing remains tied as we go to the bottom of the 7th, the 7th inning stretch.
7th inning stretch, time to stand up.
New pitcher for the River Bandits. It's Rhett James. So Rhett James will take over when we come back. New pitcher for the River Bandits as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Rhett James. James will take over here in the 7th inning in a 1-1 game. Rhett out of the University of North Carolina, Pembroke. And he will face Jason Hodges to start the inning, and the first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Final line for Jarrett Bond, who will take a no decision tonight. He was solid. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. 0-1 to Hodges. James deals, and that's a ground ball off the fist to second. Fielded by Sturdivant, throws to first in time, and there's 1 out in the 7th. Brings Chase Ingram, the first baseman, to the plate.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Chase Ingram.
Chase Ingram hit by a pitch and a pop out tonight. He's 0 for 1. Here the other night, James threw 3 2/3. Did have a strikeout, as that pitch is a strike. James ended up going 3 2/3 in game 1, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, and the 1 strikeout. 0-1 to Ingram. And that is fouled away into the netting. He was way out in front. And it's 0-2. On Dax LaSala, LaSala is 2 for 2 tonight with a single and a double. He is next to bat here for Strasburg. 0-2 to Ingram. James, the righty, works from the stretch. And he fouls it off again. Still 0-2. Again to Ingram. And that's up high. 1-2. Strasburg, you would have to figure, probably going to the bullpen in the 8th inning. Heck of an effort from Isaac Fix here tonight. 1-2. And Ingram fouls it off again into the netting of the Express dugout. Isaac Fix, a member of the 2022 team last year, and then came back here in 2023. Great effort through 7 tonight for him. It's going to be a battle of the bullpens. 1-2 to Ingram. And that is down and out, 2-2. We'll get a couple of history notes in tonight. Obviously, close, tightly contested game. Won't focus on it too much here. 2-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ingram unable to lay off the breaking ball, and there are 2 outs.
Shortstop, number 12, Anthony LaSala.
So here's LaSala. Single, a double, a stolen base, and an RBI tonight. The pitch. Outside. Today in baseball history, July 30th, 1948, at Cleveland, the Red Sox are victorious 8-7 for their 25th win of the month, a club record. 1-0. LaSala out in front of that breaking ball. Can't connect, 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 2-1. Today in 1959, in his major league debut, Willie McCovey goes 4 for 4 with 2 triples off Robin Roberts to lead the Giants to a 7-2 win over the Phillies. 2-1. Check swing again. Did he go? No, he did not. Again, says the base umpire. 3-1. LaSala chops one to short. Moving to his left is Joy. Joy throws to first in time. Nice stretch at first by Wilson. And the Express go down 1-2-3 for the second consecutive inning. We remain tied 1-1 as we go to the 8th here in the rubber match for all the marbles here in round one of the Valley League playoffs. New pitcher for Strasburg. Isaac Fix's night is done. It'll be Noah Hertzler, another member of the 2022 Express team. He will come in here in a 1-1 game, 8-9-1. Sturdivant, Whitaker, and Galvin. The pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Final line. And a no decision tonight for Isaac Fix. 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Heck of a performance from both starters tonight. They both received no decisions. 0-1 to Sturdivant. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to left. Hertzler deals, changeup low, 1-1. Noah has not pitched here in the postseason, so making his postseason debut here in 2023. As he goes from the stretch. And the pitch, and that's fouled away. Good to see a lot of former players and parents and such watching tonight's game. Mark Demai, the Demai family watching from Pittsburgh over on YouTube. Remember Kyle Demai from last year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And a broken bat, foul ball, as a little piece just went flying towards the mound. I mean, that just scraped off the bat. So we'll have to get a new stick. The count is still 1-2. Here's a pretty rare history note for you today, if I can find it again. Today in 1968, in the first inning, Washington shortstop Ron Hansen turned the 8th unassisted triple play in Major League history in the first in 41 years. Liner was hit to Hansen, stepped on second base, and then tagged Russ Snyder, sliding back into the bag for the 3rd out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sturdivant. He's got a new baseball bat. Hertzler, long look and he deals. Breaking ball misses, 2-2. 2-2. And that's fouled back off of Vaughn's face mask. We'll do it again. So the battle continues here between Hertzler and Sturdivant to start the inning. Two-two. And Sturdivant continues to battle as he fouls it out of play. Hertzler comes set. Eighth pitch of the AB is a grounder up the middle, past the pitcher. Parker bobbles, throws to first. It's not in time. And an error on Cade Parker. And the River Bandits get the leadoff man on here in the 8th inning.
The catcher, number 18, Brady Whitaker.
And that opens the door of possibilities here for Woodstock. Do they elect to bunt Whitaker here? The ball was right up the middle. Hertzler kind of jumped out of the way, which usually is the right thing to do, I guess, to let the guys up the middle make the play. Then Parker, it's a play he's got to make. He does show. He gets it down. Coming off is Hertzler. Throw to first just in time as Parker comes flying across the bag. It'll be scored 1-4 on the sacrifice. And the go-ahead run in this game is up to second here.
Left fielder, number 15, Max Galvin.
And this is exactly what Woodstock wants with Max Galvin at the plate. So a good bunt there from Whitaker. He gets the job done. Galvin is 0 for 3 tonight, 2 ground outs and a strikeout swinging. First time he's going to be facing a right-hander tonight, though. The pitch from Hertzler. That's in the dirt. It gets away from Vaughn, ricocheting towards the dugout, nearly rolling into the dugout. Vaughn had to stop it. And now the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning is at third base for Woodstock. So a sacrifice, and a wild pitch. Strasburg has to play the infield in here in this top of the 8th inning situation for the best, one of the best hitters on this Woodstock team in Galvin. And Max lines it into right field, a base hit, and the River Bandits take a 2-1 lead here in the 8th inning. Error by Cade Parker, turning out to be huge here in this inning. So Galvin comes up big, as you would expect from a player of his abilities. So 2-1 Woodstock here in the 8th inning. And it brings Preston Joy to the plate. Joy 0 for 3 tonight. Switch hitter, now batting from the left side. And he swings and misses, 0-1. Strasburg out hitting Woodstock 5-3, but now trailing in the run column in the top of the 8th inning, 2-1. The count. Swing and a miss. Hertzler gets him to go after another one, 0-2. So that does go down as an unearned run on the line of Noah Hertzler on the leadoff error. But the wild pitch didn't help either. 0-2 to Preston Joy. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Here's the throw to second by Vaughn. It gets away and picked up by Parker as it ricocheted into the outfield. Hopefully LaSala's okay. He landed very awkwardly on his leg was sideways.
Center fielder, number 7, Tomas Sanchez.
So getting to second on the strikeout Picking up the stolen base is Galvin. And here's Sanchez. Big opportunity here for Tomas Sanchez. Here's the 0-0, and that's up high, 1-0. Strasburg will have 9-1-2 due up in the 8th. They played from behind a little bit last night, able to rally and come back and win that game. See what kind of magic they have tonight. 1-0 to Sanchez. And that is low, 2-0. Today in 1990, Jack Clark hit his 300th career home run in San Diego's 4-3 11-inning loss to the Braves. Sanchez swings and misses. Almost lost the bat, 2-1. Pulled the string on him. Two-one. Galvin at second. Hertzler sets and delivers. That is in the dirt, 3-1. Today in the year 2000, the Braves defeat the Astros 6-3 as Tom Glavine wins his 200th career game. 3-1 to Sanchez with Hunter Smith on deck. And that is swung on and missed. Sanchez nearly falls to the ground there. It's 3-2. Three-two the count. 2 outs in the 8th. Woodstock with a run here in the inning to take the 2-1 lead here in the deciding game in this series. 3-2, and that's fouled off into the Express dugout. Still 3-2. Today in 2008, the Yankees, seeking catching help after losing Jorge Posada for the remainder of the season, acquire Ivan Rodriguez from the Tigers for Kyle Farnsworth. Time is called, and Vaughn will go out to talk to Hertzler. So another visit for the Express, and now getting back to action here. Three-two. And a high fly to left. Castillo has room and he'll make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Woodstock River Bandits score 1 run in the inning as Max Galvin singled in the man from third, and Woodstock takes their second lead of the night. They're up 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Strasburg with 6 outs to work with here in the 2023 season. They're down 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 9-1-2, Parker, Woody, and Smith. Cade is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. The pitch. And that hit him. Cade Parker is hit by the pitch on the first pitch of the 8th inning.
The center fielder, number 19, Reese Woody.
So, Rhett James hits Cade Parker on the first pitch of the 8th to put the tying run on base here in the 8th inning. It'll bring Reese Woody to the plate. Woody did not see the starting pitcher Bond very well tonight. He was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He faces James for the first time here in this ball game with Parker at first. He shows bunt, pulls back and takes ball 1-0. Third baseman Smith is playing in, expecting the bunt. Now he's going to back up a little bit. Got a foot or two in front of the bag, off the line. He's going to walk back in a few steps, 1-0. And a throw to first, just keeping him close. Parker back in there safely. Likely wanted to see if Woody was going to square around, looking like he was going to bunt, but he did not. Runner goes. The pitch is a ball. Throw to second base. Not in time. The ball gets away, and Parker is going to third. And the tying run is into third base with nobody out here in the 8th. So a stolen base and an error on the catcher as Parker got up and got all the way to third. And the count is, I believe, 2-0. Wow. They were gutsy there to send Parker. Woody did not want to actually bunt. He was just showing. I think Cade Parker called time. He's probably a little bit tired. Might have been a little shaken up. Don't know. So Parker takes off for second. Ball gets away, and he gets up and goes to third. Woodstock playing the infield in here. 2-0 to Woody, the pitch. And a chopper foul. Woody lunged for that one. Just got a piece, 2-1. So after all this game, where it was tied 1-1, Woodstock scores 1 in the top of the 8th. And now they're trying to prevent it from possibly being tied again. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Woody completely fooled. Not a 100% swing there from Woody. And the count is 2-2. And that is outside in the right-handed batter's box. Counts full 3-2. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. Game 3 of the VBL quarterfinals. Woodstock and Strasburg. These two teams have played some wacky playoff games the last 4 or 5 years. 3-2. And that is outside, ball 4. And the go-ahead run is at first base.
Third baseman, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
It'll bring Mitch Smith to the plate. Mitch is 1 for 2 tonight with a single, a walk, and a line out to left. No bullpen activity for the River Bandits, and now pitching coach is going to go out and talk to Rhett James, who is in some trouble here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Continue on to some of our history today. Today on 2017, the 2017 Hall of Fame class is inducted into Cooperstown. Jeff Bagwell, Tim Raines, and Yvonne Pudge Rodriguez. While executives Bud Selig and John Shearholtz were voted in by the Veterans Committee. Take a brief break and come back. Meeting at the mound is over. You got to think that the discussion there was probably regarding, do you throw the ball down to second if Woody takes off? We will see. I'm glad I'm not the one making that decision. Well, let's see what Smith can do here. Trying to tie the game. Runner goes. Huge jump, and Smith is hit in the back. And the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The catcher, number 20, Logan Vaughn.
Woody had a huge jump, and there is absolutely no bullpen activity for Woodstock right now. They would have had to been throwing to get ready. No one is ready. Now it looks like they're going to, well, here comes, so Mike Bocock is going to come out. Someone is just now starting to throw, and they've got to pull him out. That's the second visit. So Bear Bowers, the closer, who gave up 3 runs last night in a non-save situation in the 9th inning, is going to come into this game. He threw 24 pitches last night, and he is going to come in here with nobody out in the 8th inning to try to keep things together for Woodstock. So Woodstock rolling the dice here, going back to Bowers in back-to-back days. 24 last night, didn't get through the inning. Rough inning for Rhett James. He hits 2 and walks 1. We'll take a quick break. New pitcher here in the bottom of the 8th with nobody out and the bases loaded for Strasburg. Woodstock's Bear Bowers. As I mentioned, he came in last night. He pitched. He will come in tonight and pitch. He's out of Randolph-Macon College, 5'11" righty from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And he will face the 3-hitter Logan Vaughn, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Woodstock trying to keep this thing in their favor. It's 2-1. The first pitch from Vaughn, to Vaughn, is a called strike, 0-1. Bowers here in the postseason, an inning and a third, 3 strikeouts, and a 20.30 ERA. Obviously, small sample size. Tying runs at third, go-ahead runs at second here in the 8th. The 0-1, the Vaughn. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. So Vaughn trying to at least tie it up here. Victor Castillo, the left fielder's on deck. Another left-handed bat. Bear Bowers, the righty, looking in for his signs. 0-2 to Vaughn. And just missing. Very close pitch. 1-2. Bear Bowers looking to limit the damage and possibly keep Woodstock in front here in the bottom of the 8th. Woodstock with a run in the top of the 8th to take the lead. Now trying to protect it. 1-2 to the catcher, Vaughn. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball up and out of the zone, and that's the first out here in the 8th.
Left fielder number 1, Victor Castillo.
So a huge strikeout there, and now a double play can get you out of the inning. But he's going to have to get through Victor Castillo first. Castillo, again, is 0 for 3 tonight. 2 flyouts and a ground out. He bats from the left side, trying to come up big here for the Express. He has been tremendous all summer long for Strasburg. The pitch. That is outside, ball 1. So give credit to Bowers. He comes right in and gets the strikeout. Vaughn unable to put the ball in play, resulting in the first out here in the 8th inning. 1-0 to Castillo. And a pop-up into left center. Moving over is Galvin. He is going to make the catch. Parker coming home. The throw is cut off, and this game is tied. It wasn't hit awfully well, but just well enough. Castillo comes up with the sac fly RBI, and we're all tied up at 2 again here in this one.
DH number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
Parker comes in to tie the game. Runners unable to tag up. Not a very good throw out there from Max Galvin. But there are 2 outs, and Woodstock now sees a way out of this thing, keeping it tied instead of, they were winning, now it's tied instead of possibly falling behind. Here's O'Shaughnessy trying to change that, and he fouls it off, 0-1. O'Shaughnessy 1 for 3 tonight, 2 flyouts and a single. 2-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Strasburg has tied it, but trying to do even more. Bowers trying to lock it down and keep it tied going to the 9th. He comes set. Tying run coming in just seconds ago for Strasburg. The pitch, and O'Shaughnessy hit up in the head area. Another hit by pitch. That's going to load the bases up again.
The right fielder number 30, Jason Hodges.
Well, there's absolutely no room for error now. Bases are full, nowhere to put the batter, Jason Hodges. Hodges 1 for 3 tonight with a double, a run scored. He has also hit into a double play and grounded out. 2-2, bottom 8, 2 outs. Hodges trying to be the hero and give Strasburg the lead late in this ball game. Bowers trying to keep it at 2. Here's the pitch. Hodges, check swing, he went around, 0-1.
Go 3-0.
Here in the inning, a hit by pitch, walk, hit by pitch, strikeout, sac fly to left with the RBI, and a hit by pitch. Strasburg doesn't have a hit in the inning. 0-1 to Hodges. Here's the pitch. That is in there, and it's quickly 0-2. So Bear Bowers and the River Bandits trying to get out of this here. Bowers came in with the bases loaded and nobody out with them up 1. It's now tied with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Still 2-2. Bowers comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Bear Bowers comes in with the bases loaded, gives up the run. It wasn't even his run. And this thing remains tied, 2-2 going to the 9th. So Strasburg does tie it, but squandering multiple opportunities to take the lead. So we're tied 2-2. We go to the 9th. We're back after this.
Hunter Smith.
2-2 as we go to the ninth. Hertzler will come back out to the mound for the Express, and he will face 4, 5, and 6. Smith, Wilson, and Horning for the River Bandits. What a weird 8th inning that was, really, for both sides. Smith is 0 for 3 tonight. The first pitch, grounded to third. Smith, the third baseman, waits back, throws to first just in time, and Mitchell Smith throws Hunter Smith out for the first out.
5th inning, Front Royal leads Charlottesville 2-1.
So 1 out in the 9th inning,
36, Ryan Wilson.
and it brings Ryan Wilson to the plate. Wilson with his home run to left in the first. He has struck out and walked. 1 for 2. The righty Hertzler from the stretch. The pitch is lined in the left, and it's a base hit. And nearly got past the left fielder Castillo, but a great job to keep it in front of him. It's hit number 4 of the night for the River Bandits, a 1-out single in the 9th.
That brings to the plate number 30, Gavin Horning.
And it brings Gavin Horning to the plate. Horning in only, I think, his 3rd or 4th game here for Woodstock. Hit one well back in the 5th inning, but it just stayed in the ballpark to center. Go ahead, run at first, 1 out in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Outside, off the glove of Vaughn, but he holds on to it. 1-0. This has turned out to be a fantastic ball game. 2 very solid teams here in the Valley Baseball League, and like I mentioned earlier, they played some really good games in the playoffs the last few years. 1-0. That is just down 2-0. On deck's R.J. Stinson. Again, Stinson 0 for 3 tonight so far in his return to the lineup. At some point, he is due for some damage. Throw to first, and Hertzler nearly throws it away. Ingram has to come off the bag and make the catch. Count is 2-0. Got about 200 people tuning in over on between Facebook and YouTube tonight. Good crowd here at the ballpark. 2-0 to Shenandoah University's Horning, and that's a ground ball foul. Third base line, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. That is to the backstop. And the go-ahead run moves into scoring position for the River Bandits. So Hertzler throwing it past the catcher. Nothing Vaughn could do there. And now the Bandits with a great opportunity here in the 9th inning to possibly take the lead. Hertzler is going to have to work around it. The 1-out single and then the wild pitch. 3-1 count to Horning with R.J. Stinson on deck. Long look in by Hertzler. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's to the backstop, and I don't think that was a strike. That looked like it was well inside. And Horning went after it, helping the Express out in a big way, and then holding it second was Wilson, although the ball went straight to the backstop. So the count fills up at 3-2 as Horning went after that pitch that was well inside. Three-two, 1 out in the 9th. And Horning strikes out swinging, and that is out number 2 here in the 9th inning.
Now batting the DH, number 6, R.J. Stinson.
And here's R.J. Stinson, the DH. A strikeout, a line out to center, and a fly out to center. Go-ahead run at second base in scoring position for the Woodstock River Bandits. Miller Hertzler trying to get through inning number 2 here. Here's the pitch. That is ball 1, just missing. Stinson has been 2-0 counts, or 1-0 counts a lot tonight. 1-0, and that is a fly to center. Coming in is Woody. He makes the catch, and we stay tied going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Well, Strasburg controls their destiny now. 1 run sends them to the next round to the Valley League playoffs. Woodstock trying to keep it tied and send this thing for all the marbles to extra innings. We'll find out as we go to the bottom of the 9th, and Bear Bowers is going to come back out for another inning. And we are off to the bottom of the 9th inning. 2-2 the score. Strasburg with a chance to punch their ticket to the next round of the playoffs. They just need 1 run to keep their season alive. Woodstock trying to keep it tied and send it to extras. Chase Ingram, the 7-hitter, leads it off here in the 9th. And the pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Ingram, LaSala, and Parker. Bowers, 24 pitches last night. He's up to 12 here tonight through an inning plus. 0-1. That is right down the middle for a strike. 0-2. Bear Bowers trying to keep this thing tied, facing the bottom third of the lineup. Bowers deals. That's up high. 1-2. Line score here tonight. Strasburg, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. And Woodstock, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. 1-2 to Ingram, and he struck him out. And that is the second time Ingram has struck out tonight. It'll bring LaSala up. Anthony is 2 for 3 tonight with a single and a double. RBI back in the second. Bowers deals. That is up high, 1-0. Bowers hit LaSala last night to start the 9th inning. When Woodstock was only down 1, that led to 3 runs in the inning for the Express. So they face each other once again here in back-to-back nights. 1-0. Check swing, breaking ball misses, 2-0. LaSala has peppered the left field line tonight. Surprised they're not playing even further over. 2-0. That's low, 3-0. On deck, Cade Parker, the second baseman. I see Ty Hook standing there. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. If he's just standing, if he's going to come in for Parker maybe, or 3-0. LaSala takes a strike right down the middle, 3-1. Well, we've seen some magic throughout the years from Ty Hooks. 3-1 now. I'd almost take another one. And he pops it up behind the plate, near us, and off our heads, 3-2. Don't think you'll want to return that ball to circulation. From 3-0 to 3-2, Bowers against LaSala. 1 run wins it for the homestanding Express. The pitch. And he fouls it back, just getting a piece. No activity down there for Woodstock, so it looks like it's Bowers at the moment. Count is full, 3-2, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Bowers fouls it off. LaSala able to get another piece of it. Strasburg trying to win it here in regulation in a game that started at 6:01 here tonight. 2-2 is our score. We'll do it again at 3-2. And he fouls it off again. LaSala not going down easy here. Continues to battle. That's the 4th foul ball of the at-bat. It started with 3 straight balls, then a called strike, and now 4 consecutive foul balls. This game with 4 runs combined, 9 hits, and 2 errors. Again, the 3-2. And that hit him in the helmet. LaSala hit by a pitch last night by Bowers. Didn't appreciate getting hit in the head here tonight.
Second baseman number 5, Cade Parker.
It's never good. I've seen a lot of hit by pitches tonight. And Ty Hooks is going to pinch hit for Cade Parker here. So the winning run is on first base.
Press number 11, Ty Hooks.
Ty Hooks will look to find the gap and try to win the game for the Express and send them on to the next round. So LaSala is at first after getting plunked in the head. So Ty Hooks, the catcher out of Winthrop in Rock Hill, South Carolina. An all-time Strasburg favorite in year number 3 with the Express. Looks to be the hero, or at least extend things here and try to help the cause for the Express. Bats for the first time tonight. Runner at first, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Bowers sets and delivers. Hooks takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Generous might have been off the plate, 0-1. And the pitch. And a little nubber to short. They're going to go to second and get the out there. Throw to first is not in time, and Hooks beats it out. Great play out there at short by Joy, able to play the hop and get the out at second. And Hooks will be at first. And now they're going to have to run for him, I guess. So LaSala, the second out, as Hooks reached on the fielder's choice.
Running for the Express, number 4, Will Kohler.
So Will Kohler is going to pinch run here for the Express with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th as the winning run. And it's Reese Woody batting. Woody is 0 for 3 tonight with a walk back in the 8th. You look back to that 8th inning for Strasburg, bases loaded, nobody out, and only scored 1 run. Just devastating. All right, Kohler at first, pretty big lead. Here's the pitch. Woody takes outside 1-0. Woody followed by Mitch Smith and Vaughn as they try to keep the line moving here in the 9th inning. "27 pitches for Bowers. He threw 24 last night. 1-0. And Kohler is picked off first base. Will Kohler gets picked off first base, and we are going to extra innings. Two as we go to extra innings. We go to the 10th inning. Caleb Sturdivant will bat, and R.J. Stinson, who is banged up tonight and not running well, will start at second base with the international tiebreaker rule here in extra innings. That's still a factor here, even in the playoffs. So here's Sturdivant. He will bunt, and he fouls it off, 0-1. The count. Sturdivant tonight 0 for 3, a strikeout, a flyout, and he reached on an error and scored the go-ahead run in the 8th. Didn't hold up for too long. 0-1, and keeping an eye on the runner is Hertzler. This is the 3rd inning of work for Noah Hertzler. He's at 32 pitches through 2+. 0-1 to Sturdivant, trying to get the bunt down and get the runner to third. He pulls the bunt back and takes a ball, 1-1. He gets it down. Pitcher goes to first just in time. First baseman Kohler, second baseman Kohler, who was covering the bag, almost had it snow cone right out of the glove, or pop out of the glove. He snow coned it, held on, and that's the first out. But the go-ahead run is in to third base with 1 out for Woodstock.
The catcher, number 18, Brady Whitaker.
So the 9-hitter Brady Whitaker will bat. Would this be where we see a squeeze? Stinson is banged up, so, yeah, good point. Go ahead run at third. One out, top of the 10th inning. Infield in for Strasburg. Thinking about a possible bunt. Ball is blocked by Vaughn. It's 1-0. Next up, the top of the lineup, and Max Galvin. 1-0. Whitaker 0 for 2. He sacrificed in the 8th inning. Trying to come up big and give Woodstock the lead. Again, infield's in. And a ground ball to third. Smith will field. He will throw to first in time, and there are 2 outs. The go-ahead run has to hold up at third.
Left fielder number 15, Max Galvin.
And it comes down to the Oklahoma State outfielder Max Galvin here in the 10th. Galvin trying to tie or give the Bandits the lead. Hertzler sets. The first pitch is low, 1-0. Strasburg will have 1, 2, 3 in the 10th, and I guess Kohler will have to be the runner again because he made the last out. 1-0 the count to Max Galvin. 2 outs in the 10th. The pitch. That is outside, 2-0. Galvin 1 for 4 tonight. RBI single in the 8th. Stolen base in the 8th. The lefty awaits the pitch. And he grounds it to the right side. It's fielded by Kohler, and he has no play at first. Hertzler didn't cover the bag, and how about that? Max Galvin with 2 outs in the 10th comes up big and gets Woodstock back in the lead. It's an infield single. He hit it to the perfect spot of the infield, and Hertzler didn't cover the bag in time.
Preston Joy.
And just when it looked like Strasburg was going to get out of the inning possibly unscathed, an unearned run scores there on the ledger of Hertzler. Here's Preston Joy now. Joy grounds it up the middle. It's Kohler. Plays it on a hop. Goes to second. Not in time. And Kohler unable to make the play there. He waited back on it. And then this throw to second was not in time. So another tough break for the Express. Kohler just didn't make the play. We've got a meeting at the mound. We'll be back after this. So,
Number 7, Tomas Sanchez.
an inning of some mistakes here for Strasburg in the most important inning, literally, of the season. It all comes down to this. And now you have to face Sanchez. Tomas Sanchez. A single hit by pitch, a ground out, and a line out to left. He is looking to come up big here. He is in his 3rd stint with the River Bandits. Hertzler trying to keep it at the 1 run that started at second as the ghost runner. Ground ball to third. It's a high chopper. Smith bobbles the ball. He throws to first in time. Just in time. He saved the day and kept it at a 1-run game. Could have been even worse there for Strasburg. Hertzler gets through the inning, but Woodstock does score the go-ahead run. Strasburg has 3 innings to work with. 3 outs to work with, and it looks like Bowers is going to come back out and try to pick up the win. We'll be back after this as we go to the bottom of the 10th.
18, Reese Woody.
Well, folks, this is for all the marbles as we go to the bottom of the 10th. Strasburg's ghost runner will indeed be Will Kohler. He will run here in the bottom of the 10th inning as the tying run. Strasburg sends the top of their lineup up 1, 2, 3. Woody, Smith, and Vaughn as Bear Bowers looks to finish it off and send Woodstock to the next round. Reese Woody 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Bowers steps off, disengages with the rubber. Kohler's got to keep it close out there at second. You can't lose your season getting picked off at second base. A ground ball to first, past the first baseman into right. They are sending Kohler to the plate. The ball is bobbled in right, and this game is tied in the 10th. Reese Woody wastes no time at all. An unearned run on the ledger of Bowers, and this game's tied. RBI single for Reese Woody.
Baseman number 25, Mitchell Smith.
How about that? Didn't waste any time at all. RBI single for Woody. Now the winning run is at first base. Here's Mitch Smith. That is low, 1-0. Strasburg sending a base coach out. They didn't have anybody at first. Strasburg has to get the runner advanced to second here. You've got to get him over. It's got to be productive AB in some sense. 1-0 the count to Mitch Smith. And a high fly to left field, going back, and the Strasburg Express are moving on to the second round of the Valley Baseball League playoffs. Mitchell Smith with a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th inning, and the Express win it 4-3. Smith gets chased into the outfield as the Express come back from down 1-0 in the series to win 2 in a row. And the Express are moving on to the next round in unbelievable fashion. Smith got a breaking ball and deposited it over the left field wall, and the short-handed Strasburg Express have done it. They have done the improbable. Unbelievable as Strasburg wins it on a walk-off 2-run shot in the bottom of the 10th inning. And a gut-wrenching way to end the season for the Woodstock River Bandits. The River Bandits won Game 1 and then lost in Games 2 and 3. As Mitch Smith is tonight's hero. Strasburg with 3 in the bottom of the 10th inning. And they are moving on to the next round in the Valley Baseball League playoffs. It's just incredible. This Express roster that has lost so many bodies this summer. These guys that are here have fought it all season long, and they continue to fight as we move on for another couple of days here in the Valley Baseball League season. Hats off to the Woodstock River Bandits on another fantastic season. Again, just a gut-wrenching way to end the season for the River Bandits here tonight. Final line score here tonight for the victorious Strasburg Express: 5 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. And for the for the Woodstock River Bandits, 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Woodstock season comes to a close here tonight at the hands of the Strasburg Express. The Express are moving on. And to be honest with you, I can't tell you who they're playing yet because we don't know. All I can tell you is head over to the Valley League website, head to the Strasburg Express Facebook and YouTube pages along with Twitter, and we'll have updates for you. But Game 1 of the Valley League semifinals will begin tomorrow night, and Strasburg will be one of the teams fighting to get to the championship series. Again, we appreciate you joining us here tonight, and an absolute thriller, the rubber match, Game 3 of the quarterfinals. County rivals battling out all night long. The Strasburg Express, thanks to a walk-off two-run homer in the bottom of the 10th by Mitchell Smith, are moving on to the next round. Thank you for joining us here tonight from Strasburg. I expect we will be back here. I expect Strasburg will be on the road tomorrow and back here on Tuesday. But again, head over to the socials for more information. Strasburg wins a thriller and sends Woodstock packing here tonight in Game 3 of the quarterfinals. Have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for joining us here tonight from Strasburg. The Express are moving on, and we'll talk to you again in a couple of days. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.